Let's talk Palantir. Yes, the spy tech startup from Silicon Valley with the one-eyed name, Palantir, is a seeing stone in Lord of the Rings. Even after a mild dip, its stock price still looks like a teenager's ego, huge. Palantir's shares are down about 15% from their recent high, but apparently they're still sky-high. As one analyst put it, even after a 15% decline from its peak, Palantir is trading at untenable valuation multiples. In plain English, you could drop this stock from the peak of Mount Everest and it'd still cost an arm and a leg. Partnerships and high performance. Before writing this off as sheer madness, let's give Palantir some credit. The company is executing at a very high level. It's no longer the secret of startup only serving intelligence agencies. Palantir is almost everywhere now. Just recently, Palantir teamed up with Google Cloud to beef up its federal government products. Imagine Palantir's software gripping government data and Google's cloud muscle teaming up. It's like Spider-Man and Iron Man joining forces. That news alone made investors cheer and the stock pop. Plus, Palantir keeps landing big contracts in defense, healthcare, and even manufacturing. New partnerships could drive even more business. Palantir's Google Cloud deal will boost its FedStart platform, potentially opening the door to larger contracts. And don't forget Oracle. In April 2024, Palantir announced it would run its Foundry platform on Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, OCI, and support Oracle's special clouds, including the EU sovereign cloud and even air-gapped defense regions. In plain English, Palantir is hooking its software to virtually any infrastructure the customer needs. This means Palantir can now claim it works with the Big Four of cloud providers, Azure, AWS, Google, and Oracle. All this is to say, Palantir isn't slacking off. Its executives have been out there drumming up deals, which makes investors smile. It is meeting or exceeding many growth targets. But the problem is that at today's sky-high valuation, just doing well might not be enough. Imagine if your boss said, "You did a great job last quarter, now triple it next quarter or I'll fire you." That's Palantir's situation. The market is saying, "You did well, but that's only step 1 of 100. Palantir is executing at a very high level, and the new partnership could help it win more business, but a valuation like that requires a level of perfection that I doubt it can maintain. In other words, Palantir's bar for success has become absurd. Planet Palantir, we work wherever you are. One key fact investors love to highlight, and we should, because it's cool. Palantir's software is infrastructure agnostic. This fancy word means it doesn't care where your data lives, it'll work on premises, in any cloud, or even in a disconnected bunker. If your company uses Amazon Web Services, no problem. Azure? Sure. Google Cloud? Absolutely. Oracle? Yup, or maybe you have your own private servers. It can handle that, too. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you've commented, let's continue. But wait. If you are interested in stock news updates that might be relevant to your financial targets, join us and become a member for member-only videos. Find the link in the description section below. For example, Palantir's blog celebrated that Foundry, their data platform, is now available on Azure, enabling customers to deploy our software at speed while benefiting from Azure's trusted infrastructure. Similarly, the Oracle partnership means Palantir's Gotham and AI platforms can run on Oracle's distributed cloud, including its EU sovereign cloud and even air-gapped regions for defense customers. In short, Palantir is like a Swiss Army knife for enterprise data. It will plug into any system you have, anywhere on Earth, or in the galaxy. It's a deliberate strategy, be wherever customers are, so they don't have to change their world just to use Palantir. This agnosticism gives Palantir a fighting chance globally. If Company X in India runs on AWS and Company Y in France runs on on-prem servers, Palantir can still vend its software to both without forcing them to swap to a new cloud. It's like the restaurant that can cook any cuisine, curry, sushi, or pizza, so everyone feels at home. This multi-cloud approach is pretty unique. Many big software companies try to herd customers onto their own cloud, but Palantir plays nice with all clouds. Introducing Europa. Data sovereignty level up. Building on that flexibility, Palantir recently unveiled a new initiative called Gotham, Europa. Yes, the name sounds like a Marvel spaceship or a new pop culture crossover. The idea behind Europa is to give customers granular control over their data's home and homeland. In today's world, governments and companies increasingly worry about data sovereignty, where data is stored and who can access it. Europa is Palantir's answer to that. It's designed to allow customers to specify exactly where their data lives, which cloud, which country, even down to which data center rack, while still using Palantir's powerful analytics. Think of Europa like giving a medieval king an enchanted spyglass that only works within his own kingdom's borders. He can see clearly but only on his turf. One Palantir page, the beta readers have called it highly technical. Claims Europa brings new capabilities to allow customers granular control over their infrastructure and data sovereignty. In practice, this means an EU government agency could use Palantir's software but ensure all sensitive data stays inside a European cloud, never touching servers outside EU jurisdiction. Likewise, a corporation could mix and match on-prem and cloud systems, and yet Palantir's platform would respect those boundaries. The Europa push ties into larger efforts like GAAX, the EU-led project for a federated secure cloud. Palantir actually became a Day One member of GAAX back in late 2020, signaling it wants to play by some of Europe's rules on data. So Europa, GAAX, sovereign clouds, it's Palantir's PR way of saying, hey Europe, we get it, you want your data locked down, and we can handle that. In short, Palantir Europa is a recognition that customers in defense, healthcare, and other sensitive industries need both Palantir's muscle and strict control over data location. It's like offering the kryptonite-proof Superman, powerful, but only using it in a controlled lab, not on the general public. What about China? This is a red flag, kinda like how trading Bitcoin is a roller coaster, exciting but volatile. Palantir is a US defense-adjacent tech company, so China's government officially won't let it operate on the mainland, it's too sensitive. Plus, the US has put export controls on some technologies, so it's not like Palantir can simply sign up Wuhan police next quarter. For now, Palantir's presence in China is basically zero. But imagine a hypothetical, what if US-China relations thawed, even a little? Palantir's tech, think of it as supercharged cybersecurity and data analysis, would suddenly be on a world's buffet table. China has gargantuan needs for data analytics. Border security, Haiyan, anti-fraud for banking, supply chain surveillance, even smart cities. If Palantir could operate in China, it might power cyber surveillance or fraud detection there. However, for that to happen, a lot would need to change politically, and privacy advocates on both sides would freak out. Similarly, India is a juicy market. India's government and enterprises are rapidly digitizing, Aadhaar, e-governance, etc., and have long searched for better data platforms. Palantir did some polls with Indian officials around 2018 but never closed major deals, likely due to trust issues. If Palantir ever got full access to China and India, it would be like a vendor winning exclusive contracts to build the new digital road network of the entire Asia continent. Suddenly billions of people are using your software to manage traffic, healthcare, utilities, and security. In a humorous pop culture frame. Picture Alex Karp as the new Tony Stark, but for Asia, negotiating a deal at a Great Wall conference table, explaining how Palantir is basically Iron Man's Jarvis for megacities. Or Palantir as the Mandarin and Karp Panther, blending Western tech into Eastern markets. But again, this is a dream scenario that's many geopolitical moons away. Still, investors sometimes daydream about it because Asia's tech market is massive. 10,000x, that'd be around $1,000 for one share today. But it highlights just how big these markets are. For perspective, China and India together have over 2 billion people, the ones who currently can't buy Palantir. If even a fraction of their government or industry budgets shifted to Palantir-like tech, well, Palantir would make every venture capitalist's eyes bug out. It's our privilege that God, the creator of heaven and earth, will bless us abundantly, make us the head and not the tail if we love him and obey his commandments. Please acknowledge him in your plans and he will direct your paths. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. Want more information? Please check the description section. Also again, if you are interested in more relevant stock news updates, consider becoming a member. Link in the description section. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. There are 3 more important steps to build wealth. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you highly motivate me to continue bringing to you educative and transformative videos every week. Do not miss out on our future videos full of knowledge and wisdom. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today, your support is appreciated so much. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Thank you, see you in the next video by God's grace. We love you, and blessings to you.